a region flashback on AM 1230 WJOB.
We're going to welcome in our third guest of today's show. It's Cara on the line. Hi, Cara. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Okay. Thanks for calling in. This was sort of a story that fell in my lap here through social media, and as a person who is a huge animal lover, I felt like it was a story I really wanted to get out there, Cara. And we spoke earlier about the events that sort of led up and then post of the event, folks. If you're just tuning in, yesterday in Crown Point, two beautiful Siberian Huskies got loose and ended up in a situation where Crown Point police officers took them down in a way that, unfortunately, I feel, and I'm sure Cara feels, was maybe excessive. Well, why don't you tell us how this began? Well, I basically said how it began. Tell us what happened pretty much after they got loose.
After they got loose, they allegedly attacked a cat on some property over on Cedar Street in the Liberty Park neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess the property owner had called 911 to report that coyotes were attacking his
Coyotes.
cat.
They thought Siberian Huskies were coyotes, folks. That's the premise of this. Okay, go ahead.
And then so the first officer went on scene, and he reported back that they weren't coyotes, that they were wolves, and he needed backup.
Now the Siberian Huskies are wolves, folks. Please continue.
Right. And then so the officers came on scene, and it states in the report that at that time the canines were not being aggressive towards the police officers, the cat that they had previously allegedly attacked, or the property owner. And the owner had told the police officers that he wanted the coyotes destroyed, and in parentheses in the report it says he wanted them shot. And at that time, the police officers reported that they had pulled out their OC spray and sprayed the dogs, and that
with a pepper spray, folks. That was supposed to in the report. It says this was their initial way of trying to control the animals. Please continue.
Right. Tried to get them to leave the area, and when that did not work, they decided to go ahead and shoot the animals. And not only did they shoot them, they didn't just shoot them to, take them down. They shot carelessly at these poor, beloved family members, and they
three times each, roughly 3 times the dogs were hit, three times each with bullets.
Yes, they did not die right away.
And folks, this is something that has that I believe that based on this that last night's evening story is somewhat, or in many ways, completely different than today's story and what's been released to the media on this. I'm sure that the man that that allowed him to get loose has just got to be the sickest guy over all this, over everybody in this situation outside of the family members. And the thing is that you guys went over to identify the remains, right?
Correct.
And what it was is that you guys would have smelled some sort of pepper spray on their skin, right? Because they weren't going to shampoo them or put them in a position where they could be ready for burial in any way, right?
Right, yeah, and especially with the temperatures that it has been outside, and due to the fact that the dogs were sealed into plastic garbage bags, that scent would have definitely permeated once that bag was opened this morning to be able to identify that it was indeed Atka and Kenai. And there was no scent whatsoever, and there was nothing on their fur but the blood.
Well, Cara, tell me, have you seen the cat yet that was supposedly attacked in any way?
No, we just, in the report it says that they took the cat to the vet, but I have not seen the cat, and I have not gotten any updates on the cat. And I do feel sorry for the cat if there was a cat. Initially, friends of ours were told that it was just a stray cat. Now all of a sudden it's this property owner's cat. So I don't know what the truth is there either. The police keep changing their story, and we're hearing all these different stories versus what was written in the report.
I just feel sick over it myself. I mean, I realize that, I'm sure again the gentleman that was watching the dogs, he's feels sick over it. There's blame.
Absolutely.
There's some blame there. If they had big chains around their neck that had big tags on it, but these are sort of dogs with such big hair, you might not see them anyway. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But it's a really sad and sick thing, and I mean it's like you've lost two of your favorite family members with
right.
this.
And the other thing too is in the police report it stated that the homeowner wanted to keep the coyotes when he as he was calling them because his friend shoots coyotes and keeps their fur. So is that why you wanted them shot? You wanted their fur?
For the pelts. Goodness gracious. That's, you gotta be really kidding me. I mean, this, honestly,